Hey Libra, and welcome to your general tarot reading. This can apply to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Please keep in mind that the message can always resonate, vice versa, and to apply the perspective of which best fits your life or your scenario. All right, so Libra, for some channeled messages to start out here, what I was getting, what I was just hearing was, my whole life has changed by Genuine since you came into my life. You're my best friend. So I don't know if you've made a significant connection or if there's a connection coming in. And I had also heard Aries and Scorpio. Now that could be completely separate, but you could be dealing right now heavily with an Aries or a Scorpio, or there may be something coming up in Aries or Scorpio season. So I was hearing Pandora's box. So when Pandora's box was opened, it released like greed, envy, pain, disease, war, and death. But when there was one thing left in the box, and that was hope. Fox, so this could have something to do with strategy or, trying to, it's just like almost like soft foot is kind of what I'm hearing now. Or what I just heard, like walking on eggshells or always being timid, wanting to always make the best decision to keep everybody happy. And we can't do that all the time, can we? So this could be you that's having a lot of anxiety pertaining to trying to keep everybody happy and content, or somebody that is around you. Poker face and calling out somebody's bluff. All right, so if there's something going on where you need to have, a poker face, this person may threaten to call out your bluff, or you may be dealing with something like somebody who is calling, or you may be calling out their bluff, excuse me. So I advise you to have a poker face. Don't look phased or like you're scared or nervous. Like if this person threatens to take you to court, I do kind of see that in the cards here. You need to present yourself as emotionally, like you're emotionally in control and not fazed by it, and call their bluff, or even beat them to the punch. I heard something about racist, so there may be some stereotyping or some racism going on here, sexism. And then I was hearing bankruptcy, criminal fraud, credit fraud, capital gains or capital tax, maybe both. This is chess, not checkers. You need to control your anxiety, or need to give this advice to somebody who may be struggling with their anxiety. The anxiety needs to be dealt with in order to observe and absorb all the information. And so that we're not avoiding addressing the issues that need to be addressed due to the anxiety creating like a impossible barrier. I had started writing something. It's like E. Maybe the letter E is significant. Oh, it's heads Carolina, tails California. Somebody may be moving. And they may be moving quite a distance. Or Carolinas or California may be significant to somebody watching. Arizona and Texas had also come up. Hamptons or Hampton Inn. Texas Hold'em, somebody may be into poker. Or, yeah, again, you need to have a poker face. You need to, and call their bluff. I don't think, whatever is going on here, whoever is calling the bluff, this is kind of out of character, because this person would be the person who usually just shies away from any kind of conflict and wants to maintain the peace. So this person kind of standing up for themselves in a appropriate manner and being like, well, I'm going to put my foot down here. You can continue to threaten me, but shit or get off the pot. Luke, Duke, Eric, or Erickson. I was also hearing Jackson and Johnston earlier. Let freedom ring. Let everyone know that today is a day of reckoning. So whatever has been binded to you or you've been bound to in the past is being lifted. I think that this comes along with facing those fears. No longer allowing somebody to oppress you, or again, this could be somebody you're dealing with. So this could even be a divorce or, litigations concerning money or child custody. It could even have something to do with trying to get a pay raise or a better position or being treated equally. Like, stand up to it in an appropriate way. You don't have to say much. I think it's just like, it's like, if you're going to do it, do it. If not, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't believe you. You can't allow their empty threats to control or dictate what you're doing in your life anymore. Or, again, somebody that you're dealing with. Free Falling by Tom Petty. I'm a bad boy. I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. Hold Me Now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking somebody may be dealing with drug addictions or the thought of ending one's existence. So definitely keep an eye out for that in your surroundings. If this is you, it's not worth it. It's much easier just to release it the other way than to, harm yourself. So Savage Garden had come up. The word savage is what stuck out to me. And again, this is just kind of repeating that somebody here is definitely at their breaking point where they're like, you know what? It's now or never, and I don't give a fuck anymore. On the road again. And then I was hearing, O'Reilly Auto Parts. So if somebody has a breakdown or has been dealing with car issues, those will be resolved. If this is upcoming, be careful. If you're traveling, there may be some kind of car issue. Make sure you're checking all your fluids and tires and brakes and whatnot. And then Bitch Better Have My Money had come up, and I think that's by Rihanna. All right, so far you've had the most channeled messages, which isn't typical with Libra, because usually your energy is pretty quiet. But I think something has got you motivated to really make a change or an advancement. Maybe it's this new connection coming in or a new connection, a recent connection. So your spiritual as fuck cards are: stick with the people who pull the magic out of you, not the madness. Notice how you feel when you're with a person. If you feel like shit, don't hang out with them. It's the straightforward for reals. They don't have to be bad people for you to choose not to engage. It may just be your reaction to them. Even if you can't remove yourself from their presence completely, you can at least check in with the part of you that gets crazy and give it the love that it needs. So somebody here is definitely dealing with an issue of possibly somebody who's very vindictive or controlling from their past. This could be a family member, an ex-spouse, friend, however it applies. So the next one is fuck what they say. What someone, anyone else says about you doesn't matter. Really and truly, it doesn't. If you heard it secondhand, it super doesn't matter. And if the person isn't your higher power, your boss, or your best friend, it super duper doesn't matter. Think about how much more time you'd have to dream up cool new shit if you really and truly stopped worrying about what other people say about you. You think Martin Luther King cared what other people said when he wasn't there? No, he was out marching and doing good shit. Let him talk. Do your own shit. And you got 3. Most have only received 2. Your wound is probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. You'll never be free of people who harmed you until you take full responsibility for your own healing. No matter what family you were born into, what body you got stuck in, or what weird shit has happened to you along the way, this is your life and no one else's. Be tender with the parts of you that are hurt and the parts of you that are struggling. Take ownership of your whole beautiful, dented, pieced together self. If you blame someone for who you are, you give them ownership of you. That sucks wet shit, doesn't it? Focus on what you can do right now to be your very own badass healer. Bam. Again, I think that somebody is definitely at some kind of breaking point where they are choosing to finally stand up for themselves. Everybody else only got around a 10-minute reading, so I'm going to try and get through the cards as quickly as possible. From what I do see from the cards, it's kind of just repeating the same as the channeled messages. You are going to receive some kind of written communication or just communication in general of a change that's successful so that you can leave something behind you. This could even be relocation to a new property or home. Or it may be good news that somebody around you is moving away. This has been coming up a lot, like whether it be a boss or a person that really just makes you uncomfortable. Somehow you have manifested this person, safely, yet effectively removing themselves from your life. This person, again, may try and you could be dealing with a Aries, a Scorpio, a Cancer, Pisces, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Capricorn. Yeah, any of the signs really. Anywho, so this person may try and keep information hidden from you, or make it to where only bits and pieces of information do they think that you're privy to, and this creates a lot of confusion. However, if you have somebody getting involved that is, not new to people who are manipulative of this sort, so let's say for an example, an attorney or a therapist, they are going to help you to gain clarity on options that you may not have realized were there, especially if you've been focusing on the emotional parts of this. It does seem like there's going to be somebody who is much wiser than you, or a specialist in some kind of topic, that will be communicating with you about a defense or the best strategy for a defense in a fight where somebody may be pretty ruthless with information. So you may be dealing with somebody that doesn't hesitate to lie. Like, they have absolutely no qualms about just straight out, bold face, flat out lying to anybody or anything, even the justice system. This may be where this anxiety source is coming from, and stop, because this person, you can't stop them from doing what they're going to do. And honestly, it's like, get it done and over with. If you're going to fucking take it, take it. Like, living underneath that kind of oppression or that kind of threat on a regular basis is like, seriously, it's torture. It's like being terrorized mentally. And nobody can focus on healing themselves and throughout this journey if this wound is constantly being broken back open, especially if this is an individual you have to regularly be in contact with, such as a ex-spouse or co-parenting, something of that sort. This person seems to be highly concerned with controlling your assets. It may not be a bad idea to go ahead and get your free credit report and make sure that somebody hasn't been making credit inquiries on you. Yeah, somebody's definitely trying to spy or look into, or they may even just be accessing your credit report, trying to get a good idea of your financial being or how much money you do have, without having permission to do this. Like, they would need your social security number to do this. So I would definitely get on your credit report and see when and where the last time it was checked. And if you don't recognize it, it should have like an IP address or some kind of general location attached to it. And I would definitely get record of this, especially if this person's trying to take you to court for some kind of financial gain. It does seem like in the end, you are successful because you speak up and you gain some kind of emotional composure here. It does look like you have a very supportive friend who helps you rebalance yourself emotionally, or you will be this friend to somebody else. There may be like a sudden instant where everything just kind of seems like it's imploding. Remain patient through that brief period of time, because it's almost like everything's got to get messier and then it's all better. Like, everything that you wanted, you're getting. But everything had to be kind of demolished in order for this new picture to be built upon, like a new picture to be painted upon a blank canvas. Because wherever you're moving towards with your new mental clarity, you are moving in a direction you'd never dreamed of before. And you're going to accomplish it, especially once you get past the anxiety or the fear of whoever this is that has bullied you or terrorized you, whether it be through your work, your finances, something here, even if it's through racism or sexism, something of that sort, just being a stereotype, biased bigot, whatever it is that you're going through. when you choose to stand up for yourself, and you don't have to like cuss them out or anything, but no longer be pushed around or bullied around, and start saying, you know what, you say you're going to do all these things. I'm not these things that you've accused me of being, and I'm not afraid. You know, I'm an open book. Go ahead. They can examine me. They can investigate me. They can this or that. I haven't done anything wrong, and I have nothing to hide. It's almost like the more you try to play hide the ball with this person, like the worse you look to a third party observer, whoever that may be. Anywho, yeah, your reading is several minutes longer than everybody else's. This has been a lot of information in a short amount of time, Libra. I hope that somebody can find some of this helpful. And please take care. Thank you for your continued support. Until next time, bye.